can hate me now.
Come on, niggas.
Hate me now. But I won't stop now.
Get this shit over with. It ain't gonna never
All right. And that was my man Nas with Puff Daddy, Hate Me Now, right here on Body and Soul Radio. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Body and Soul Radio, episode season 2, Slatter.com. And right now, shout out to my program directors and my team, Prostyle Studios, my interns out there for, showing mad love, sharing the video, the Real Talk with Ty, because without further ado, they gave me another episode. Thank you. Real Talk with Ty. Tonight, it's going to be a little different than usual. We switched it up a little bit. Tonight, we're going to talk about homosexuality in hip-hop and whether it makes it better, worse, or the same. And I don't want any. I'm gonna do my best to keep it as genuine as possible, and I don't want any confusion or anything to be misconstrued. Let me be the first to say I have no problem with the LGBT community. I want to give a quick shout out to my people, Cool Breed. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the artists that, in my opinion, is definitely moving the culture in that sense here in the city. Somebody that's close and near and dear that I've grown with for years. That's really a part of that community, a heavy supporter, and really encouraging other artists to be confident and be themselves. And that's something that we at Body and Soul and Prostyle Studios always try to, push, is being authentic, you know what I'm saying, and being yourself, being original. And if that's who you are and that's what you do, there's no reason why you should feel like you gotta hide that in your music. We appreciate the realness. We appreciate the quality of music that comes from artists, no matter what you do and what your preferences are. So that being said, I have no problem with homosexuality in hip-hop. My only issue with it is right now, in the current climate that we're in, we're still dealing with people who are not being true to themselves. And in the sense that you're not being true to yourself, it affects the music, it affects the community, because we as a community, we feel things that are not real. And what happens is it makes it harder for us to connect with you, it makes it harder for us to understand your story and feel your pain, because you're not showing your true colors. You're trying to portray yourself as something you're not. It's the equivalent of trying to be gangster and you ain't never done a gangster thing in your life, or you never even held a gun. You know what I'm saying? So you're talking about things that you don't do. You're talking about bricks that you ain't never sold or never even seen or never even touched. It's that same lack of integrity. It's that same lack of genuine conversation that makes it a challenge or hard to understand or hard to comprehend. So when I say that, I want people that are, in that realm or feel like they're afraid to be themselves to take the time to look at yourself in the mirror and really take the time out to understand that you can change somebody's life by being yourself. And there's a kid out there that looks up to you. And there's kids out there that need a voice. Just like, a child that's living in the ghetto is looking for an artist to look up to idolize, to want to be like, to want to become, to want to grow into. And if that artist doesn't show them the way, they can't elevate themselves out of their situation. And you gotta look at it from that perspective. There are children out there that have curiosities, or even children that know who they are and know what they want, but are afraid to speak on it because they're afraid of what everybody else around them is gonna think about them. Kind of goes back to Yachty's album cover for Teenage Emotion. And I knew I was gonna end up getting back to this in this conversation, but his artwork displays people who usually don't say much. I've had the pleasure of being the high school kid and college kid that was able to communicate and speak these different languages and dialects, where I could have a conversation with a nerd 1 minute and then have a conversation with one of the hardest kids in school that's beating everybody's ass in the same day. It's all about relationships, and it's all about being true to yourself. That kid that, feel like he gotta go rob somebody later that day understands that I don't do that, but I can have a conversation with you and relate to what you're saying and relate to your struggle. You might be doing it to take care of something else that you can't afford to have, and some people just doing it just to be ignorant. And I can also have a conversation with the smartest kid in the classroom, because 1, he can help me with my homework, and 2, we can have a conversation about something that him and the gangster kid don't relate to, because he might not watch Star Wars, but I've seen Star Wars, you know what I'm saying? So it's just all about being able to be true to yourself and being able to adapt to environments and be able to understand that we all are in this together. We all are sitting at the same table. You understand? Right now, you're at Body and Soul Studios. You're at the table with me. and we're having a conversation right now. Okay, so what you see when you see these Real Talk with Ties is us having a conversation, and there's somebody out there that has a loved one that may not be something that their family approves of or that their friends approve of. But if you love that person, you care about that person, that's all that matters. And in hip hop, it should be no different. We should be able to have these same conversations no matter what your preference is. You know, and that's my take on that as a personal and as an MC. If there's an MC out there that can go bar for bar with Kendrick and he just happens to be gay, or if it's a female artist that can go bar for bar with Kendrick and she just so happens to have a girlfriend, that's perfectly fine. There's no laws in hip hop or no rule in hip hop that says your sexual preference determines whether you can be a top tier MC or not. There are no rules. We make the rules. We break the rules and recreate the rules. And right now, I'm recreating the rules right now to tell you that if you're gay and you want to be in hip-hop, that's fine. If you're transgender and you want to be in hip-hop, that's fine. You're bisexual and you want to be in hip-hop, that's fine. There are no rules. We make the rules to break the rules and recreate the rules. Remember that. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's just something that needs to be reiterated as many times as possible through every channel and every avenue. And I highly recommend any artist that's out there that is a part of the LGBT community and has great music and wants to be heard, you can email me at bodyandsoulradio@gmail.com. Send me your music, send me some artwork, and I'll make sure that my interns and my program directors listen to your music, because my program directors and my interns are the same. I have interns on my intern team right now. I can guarantee you their sexual preferences is something other than me. So to let you know, to understand that we have no problem with that here. We don't discriminate. You love hip-hop, you're part of my hip-hop family. All right, we family. You, all of y'all watching this right now, everybody that's been sharing and retweeting and reposting these Real Talk with Ty segments, I want to thank you. You are a part of the Body and Soul family. You've taken time out to support what I do, and I'm taking time to support you. So if you got some talent, you got some music, you got something that you need to share, you want to sit at this table with me and we have an exclusive interview and conversation that can be heard around the world, you email me at bodyandsoulradio@gmail.com. You can hit me up on all social media platforms at Top Slatter. And, you can also send something to the program director too at prostylestudiosllc@gmail.com. And I'm pretty sure that we can do something for you at Prostyle Studios as well. You know what I'm saying? There's a great team over there. And once again, we are a part of an independent company that does not discriminate towards anybody in the LGBT community. And I feel like hip-hop should do the same. So any old heads that feels like they want to create a rule that makes you where you can't do certain things or you feel limited, fuck them. More than likely, they're just mad because they didn't come out as fast as you did, and they've been living a lie this whole time. And I'd rather y'all live your truths. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel hip-hop should be, and that's really my stance on that. It's been Real Talk with Ty. I know it's been a short one, but it's one of those things where I say what I have to say and we move on to bigger and better things. So I hope that I encourage some artists out there to be true to themselves, and I hope that I encourage some more artists to come see me, because we're family. And when you have family want to come see you every once in a while, all right? So come over here to Prostyle Studios and, we can have that conversation, all right? It's been Real Talk with Ty. Body and Soul Radio is coming back on, so stay tuned. We'll be right back.